Hey guys, have you ever wondered what sets primary data apart from secondary data? Well, it's all about the differences in their characteristics. Let's dive into this topic. First off, it differs collection. Primary data is gathered by the researcher themselves. They're the ones hitting the pavement, conducting surveys, or setting up experiments. On the other hand, secondary data has already been collected by someone else, and the researcher is simply utilizing that information. Next up, it differs specificity. Primary data is tailored, laser-focused on the researcher's specific needs. However, secondary data is generally focused. It may or may not align with what the researcher is looking for. Then comes the collection time. Gathering primary data is a laborious process, eating up a good chunk of time. Secondary data, though, is a quick grab, ready and waiting for the researcher. Cost-effectiveness is another important aspect. Primary data collection can often make a hefty dent in your wallet, while secondary data collection is far more economical. Now let's talk about data form. Primary data comes to you in its raw, unprocessed state, and then secondary data is refined, having already been processed and analyzed. Authenticity is a key point of difference. Primary data is the real deal, factual and original. Secondary data, though, is the interpretation and analysis of primary data. Reliability is a significant factor too. Primary data, being first-hand information, is generally more reliable and accurate than secondary data. Accessibility is another distinguishing characteristic. Primary data often plays hard to get, not being easily accessible to researchers. Secondary data, however, is more readily available. Tailored data is much like a custom-made suit, and that's what primary data is. It is tailored specifically to meet the researcher's needs. Secondary data, conversely, is usually general and not tailor-made for the researcher's needs. Finally, we come to sources. Primary data can be gathered using a variety of methods, including surveys, observations, experiments, questionnaires, and personal interviews. Secondary data, on the other hand, is collected from sources such as government publications, websites, books, journal articles, and internal records. Understanding these key differences between primary and secondary data is crucial for any researcher. So, the next time you're embarking on a research project, remember these differences and choose your data wisely. Thank you for your time, and please subscribe to this channel.